Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's video announcements. I want to jump right in with a little call to action. This is something that you can do if you are listening to this on Tuesday, January 13th, when I'm recording it, or tomorrow morning, Wednesday, January 14th. You may have heard that there is a move to reinstate the death penalty here in New Hampshire. And there are 3 bills that have hearings about that tomorrow up at the State House. And you can go up there and testify in person, but you can also register your opinion online. And the death penalty bills really have a chance of being defeated. This doesn't have to happen. There's good bipartisan support not to have a death penalty. So it is really worth signing in and offering your opinion. So I'm going to invite you to take a moment to do that today or tomorrow morning if you're hearing this at the right time. And I'll put a link in the comments to some instructions on how to do that. But if you want to accomplish one simple way of speaking out today, that is a way you can do it. If you are looking for other ways to engage, we have 2 of our social justice working groups are meeting this week, and they are both open to new members, so we'd love to have you. The first is the Racial Justice Working Group. That's the group that works on racial justice issues. We do a lot of work around immigration, as well as working with our local NAACP, doing some education, and organizing our Campbell Day of Action each year. The Campbell Day of Action is going to be the big topic for this meeting that's coming up in March. So if you're interested in learning more, being a part of planning that, you can join us tomorrow. That's Wednesday, January 14th at 6:30 p.m. We'll just meet for an hour, 6:30 to 7:30. We'll meet in the library here at the church. You can also join us on Zoom. I'll put the Zoom link in the comments, and we'd love to have you. The other group that's meeting this week is our Welcoming Congregation Working Group. That's our group that works on LGBTQ welcoming and justice. And their major topic for this week is going to be planning a worship service and potentially a workshop for February. And that is going to be on Thursday, 7:30 to 9 p.m., 7:30 to 9 p.m. on Zoom, and I'll put the Zoom link in the comments. And once again, they're open to new members and would love to have you join. Also on Thursday, our meditation group is meeting, but because we are having some work done on the wood floor in our sanctuary, you will find them in the auditorium on Thursday at 6:30. So same time, but up in the auditorium for this week. And just to give you a heads up for this weekend, there may be that part of the wood floor is torn up on Sunday, and that's okay. We'll work around it. There might be some plywood on top of it, but we're trying to get it flattened out a little bit. We'll make it work. Whatever it looks like this Sunday, we'll make it work. On Saturday, though, let's jump back to Saturday for a minute. It is the annual Interfaith Martin Luther King Jr. celebration at First Baptist Church. This is Nashua's biggest MLK celebration. It'll be at 6 o'clock over at First Baptist Church. It is always just a really wonderful service. There is a lot of music. Our Interfaith Choir will sing. The New Hampshire Gay Men's Chorus will sing. Often the New Fellowship Baptist Choir sings, and of course the First Baptist Choir, and Julia Leonard often does a solo. So as you can hear, lots of music happening, which is great. They also have a speaker. It's one who came a few years ago and was really well received, so they're excited to have her back. And then there are some greetings from the community, and it's all a way to reflect on the life and legacy of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and how his message might continue to speak to us today, which feels especially important right now. So I plan to be there, and I hope I might see you as well, 6 o'clock on Saturday. On Sunday, Michael is leading our service. It will be also be focused on the life and legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. and how his words might speak to us today. And there will be workshops for kiddos during the service as well. After the service, Our Daring Democracy in Action group is meeting. This is another one of our social justice working groups. They are specifically working on an event that's happening the following Saturday. So Saturday, January 24th from 9 to 1:30 here at the church. It is a Daring Democracy in Action event. They are partnering with Open Democracy, and I think it's going to be a really great event. I hope you can make it. They are going to have a series of kind of TED-style talks and conversation about different ways of making our democracy work better in New Hampshire. And we all know that democracy is struggling right now. And so this will be a morning of exploring how we can make it work better. There will be a potluck lunch, and I will put a link in the comments to more information about that event and where you can sign up. But I think it'll be really wonderful. Hope you will join the Daring Democracy in Action group for that. Also next Saturday, January 24th, it's our next set of circle dinners and kids movie night. Circle dinners are dinners for 6 to 8 people in homes of members and friends of the congregation. And the way it works is you sign up and tell us what part of the meal you're willing to bring, and then I will match people up and let you know where you're going and what you're bringing and who's going to be a part of your dinner. They have been really fun so far, and I hope you will consider joining for a circle dinner. At the same time, from 5:30 to 8:30, we have a kids movie and game night happening here at the church. There'll be a movie, and there'll be role-playing games for our older kiddos. And they've had a lot of fun in the past as well. They will also be fed pizza, and you can drop your kids off there, and you can go to a circle dinner. So I hope you might consider joining us for either of those. I will put the link in the comments where you can sign up. You do need to sign up by this Sunday, January 18th, so that I have enough time to pair you up into groups, to put you into groups and let you know the information. A couple notes for later on in this month and the beginning of February. The last week of this month, January 26th through 30th, our office is going to be closed. This is unusual. We don't usually do that other than the week between Christmas and New Year's and sometimes in the summer. But I am going along with Sadie and Erica to a professional development event for that week, and so none of the three of us will be in the office. Michael will be here a little bit, but mostly our office will be closed that week, and we'll put more information about that in the newsletter. But we're hoping that we'll come back with some new ideas and energy to share with all of you after that. On February 1st, we are bringing a guest preacher, Matt Meyer, who has come before. He is a UU musician and preacher who comes to various congregations and has been to ours before, but not for a while. So we're excited to bring him back to lead the service that day. He will also be leading a workshop at 11:30. It's called Singing for Resistance and Resilience, and it's all about how singing can be part of the movement for change, and about singing without music, singing in the streets. And there'll be a lot of singing that happens. So I think it'll be a really fun workshop. It's 90 minutes, so it's 11:30 to 1. We're going to try to have some hearty snacks at fellowship hour so that you don't come in hungry. And I hope you'll join us for that. Mark your calendars for February 1st. And also, mark your calendars for our Mosaic series coming up. So the Mosaic is a curriculum about anti-racism put together by our Unitarian Universalist Association. We're going to be offering 3 sessions of that for adults, February 1st, March 1st, and March 15th, all at 2 p.m. You can look in the newsletter for more information about what the topics are, but each one will have a different topic, but you don't have to go to all of them. You can come to just one, and it's going to be led by Michael and Jody Hallway, and I hope you might consider joining us for one of those or for all 3. All right, that's what I've got for this week. I hope you are hanging in there with all that the world is throwing at us right now. And I hope that I will see you perhaps at the MLK event this Saturday or at one of our working group meetings. And I will talk to you next week.